name is Grace Winier and welcome to Horsepro, the channel where we endeavor to empower amateur horse enthusiasts and support budding professionals. Today, being the first Friday in March, is a Q&A Friday, and every Friday in March we are giving away a beautiful Horsepro t-shirt to the person whose question we use for Q&A. It will be mailed to you no matter where you are, and I hope that everyone endeavors to get questions in and perhaps be in the draw to win a t-shirt. Today's question is regarding the sale of a mare versus a gelding. So this question is posed by someone who has a 3-foot hunter mare who has won quite a bit on the A circuit, including not just over fences, but is also a very good hack prize. Medium aged, medium sized, vets well. And this is a mare that does not require any hormonal supplements or medications to keep her level-minded. Now, this particular person has been told that mares generally receive less response from the sales community and usually are valued at less dollars against their gelding counterparts. So this is really funny because if this were a horse in another discipline, such as quarter horse, where mares, even if they're chestnut mares, which in the hunter-jumper industry, people will say to me, the only thing worse than a mare is a chestnut mare. In the quarter horse, for instance, I once posed a question. I said, do you get a lot of flack for chestnut mares? And they looked at me dumbfounded. What do you mean, Grace? Why would it matter? So in quarter horse, it didn't seem to matter. In Europe, they actually favor stallions and mares because they feel that with the breeding potential, should the horse ever stop showing well or should it have to have time off due to an injury, it's a bonus. But in the hunter and jumper community in North America, the hunter and jumper community being what I know best in terms of sale, I will tell you that it is true. A lot of people will call and specify that it cannot be a mare or they will only purchase a gelding. Many people view mares as being emotional and therefore in need of medicinals, whether it's naturally herbal or whether it's hormonal from your vet, in order to, quote, level their personalities. Now, I'm not going to say that this isn't true, but I know many people who have used same type of supplements on geldings that they find to be a little bit difficult in the training. And so they will also administer some of these same things to a gelding. So I don't know that mares are any more really needing of medicinals or herbals in order to keep their hormones level and to keep every training day the same. Now, I've heard of situations where mares have needed to have their ovaries removed because they were so touchy about it. But more often, I have to say, in my own experience, I know mares that when they're cycling, they may need, for instance, a little painkiller of some sort because they're feeling a little uncomfortable rather than emotional. My own experience with mares have been, for the most part, they have been excellent and they've been very gelding-like. And I don't know if I've just chosen them that way, but I've been very lucky. I have had a couple that I would say were less than pleasant to deal with. I don't know if that had anything to do with them as being mares or just their temperament. But from a sales point of view, and having sold a lot of horses to many industries, I will tell you that the hunter jumpers are not alone. They're the most prevalent in walking by a mare, but dressage and eventing are a little bit going that way, but they are not as decisive as the hunter jumpers. Hunter jumpers definitely, and more so the hunters than the jumper side. But the hunter side definitely worry that they will wear their ears or pin them back when asking for a lead change if they're in season. And so then they worry that they have to put quite a bit of hormones into them in order to take that away, that cycling away. Some even will tell you, some trainers, that mares are just too smart. And so for the amateur, they worry that if someone makes a mistake too many times, that the mare might take offense to that. And so they will not take a mare. So it is true, I have had on occasion to tell people, I don't make the market, but when you come to me and I want to sell your horse for you, or you're asking me to price your horse and sell your horse for me, I do have to tell them 75% of the world want a gelding in North America. So you're dealing with a much smaller market. So therefore, often if you have a gelding against a mare and they are of the same ilk or same quality, often the gelding will go first. And I would say that's almost 95% of the time. I hate to say it. And the mares, although you do have a few people that specifically want mares, that is very few and far between. But the mares often will have less viewings. However, the geldings get more trials to find the point of the buyer most often, whereas the mares, if somebody's okay with the mare and the mare is great, they usually make up their mind a bit faster. I don't know why that is. That's just been my experience. So again, I do hate to say it. We do have a prejudice a little bit against mares in the hunter world for sure, hunter jumper a little bit, other disciplines not so much, Europe not at all. But I will tell you, if you're marketing a horse in North America and it's a mare, and even if it's never has to be on hormones, never has to be on anything non-pharmaceutical even, really you will have a tougher time selling the horse. You may have to do a price adjustment, or you may have to win more in order to really aspire to getting its value. I do not make the market. I am just telling you the way that it is. I'm very sorry that the market is like that. However, that is just how buyers are reacting today. Again, this is Grace Winier for Horsepro. If you have not yet subscribed, please do if you find any value in these videos, and happy Friday.